Welcome, punters, NBA lovers, whatever you want to call yourself. Welcome to a special edition of the podcast. Christmas Day in America, Boxing Day in Australia, wherever you're listening, watching, whatever date it falls on, whatever time it falls on, we're previewing the games at Boxing Day in Australia. As always, I am joined by Nick. How are you, Nick?
Hello, my friend. How are you?
Going well. Been a little while since we last did one, and you piped up saying it's a good time to do another one.
I think there's a little niche here that we could take advantage of because you don't see many people covering the Christmas Day games here in Australia for form and stuff like that. It's one of the best days on the calendar from a NBA lovers point of view. It's going to be a bit of fun. It's always good. 4 a.m. start. It's a little bit early, but it's the good players play big minutes. It for me it definitely outranks the cricket on the TV on Boxing Day. Doesn't matter if we're playing the Poms or anyone like that. It is front and square until I head out to the pub, which can be from around 11 o'clock. But it's it's a ripper day basketball. It's kind of like the first real kind of thing where the NBA takes over the NFL a little bit, and yeah, it's good. Start to see the real stuff.
Yeah, it's the serious time of the year because it's not far from All-Star. You're not far from trades starting to land. It's really go time for a lot of teams, or you're starting to find the teams that are bottoming them out, and you're finding the teams that are just middle, and then your serious teams. But there's 5 games to preview. There's 76ers versus Knicks, Lakers versus Dallas, Bucks versus Celtics, Memphis versus Golden State Warriors, and Phoenix Suns versus the Denver Nuggets. We'll run through
So I
them.
reckon the NBA has done well with the teams that they've picked there. So even like the Lakers aren't going that well, and the Warriors are starting to slide a bit, but they've still got massive fans. Like obviously the Lakers have LeBron James and did have a guy called Anthony Davis. And obviously the Warriors are coming for the championship. So it's they've done very well with picking teams this year. So it's good fun, good fan bases, good fun, good atmosphere. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's interesting how they rotate them most years because my personal that's where you have your rivalries games.
Trying to pepper they're trying to pepper one in now with Warriors and Memphis, but
yeah,
apart from that, there's not really Bucks Boston are kind of starting to develop that little rivalry there. With the Celtics knocking the Bucks out last year.
Yep.
But and yeah, I guess Grizzlies Warriors is probably the closest in my opinion because Nuggets Suns not yet, but got potential.
I'm a
bit scrappy.
I'm a bit gobsmacked that Brooklyn didn't make the cut. I would have thought they'd be could have
concerned that Kevin Durant. They were concerned Durant was going to get traded. So I don't think having a marquee game with Ben Simmons averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on Christmas Day in New York, going up against the Knicks as well. I don't think they were too excited about it. So I think that's probably the only reason why they did get a Guernsey, because I don't think a lot of people didn't believe it'd still be there by this time of the year.
Yeah, that is true. But maybe they should do the AFL, the rolling season. That would go down well in America.
I wouldn't mind. Imagine the gather around all one day at a basketball stadium, like college or like what are their summer league type stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, good point. Yep. Well, we might as well get cracking here. Go.
Let's go.
Oh no! All right. Philadelphia 76 playing New York Knicks at New York. Am I correct?
No, I think it's at it is at New York, sorry. Yeah.
Yep, that's all right. Just making sure I've typed it up rightly.
I know it is correct. I looked at ticket prices today just for shits and giggles, and it was not cheap.
Want to give some
expected. So courtside tickets were $8,000 each or something. So little bit out of my price range for Christmas Day. But most, I think the cheapest tickets were around, say, 300 Australian.
Wow.
With the cheapest tickets, we're talking like nosebleeds. So if you're looking to take a family of four, you're not getting much change out of a $2,000 day by the time you buy a singlet and get there. So anyway, just for interest's sake, I did some pricing.
No,
Would be awesome to attend.
Oh, it's easy. You just listen to our podcast. We'll give you the winners, the good bets to have, and you'll be going for free.
That's it. It's
Simple
like a
stuff.
self-funded little super fund.
Yeah, that is it. Injuries. Maxey out for the 76ers. Don't expect him to play. Last time these two met, Knicks won by 2 points, but the big factor for mine was Harden and Embiid did not play. I expect both of them to play. Your thoughts on... Oh, sorry. You'll see stats hopefully down the bottom of these. If you're watching on YouTube, hopefully I'm going to get some stats rolled along the bottom.
The bit where you go like and subscribe. Is that
like and subscribe, all that. Swipe left if you're on Tinder.
Yep.
A few stats that are big for me that I use when I'm bet is rebounds. Now, New York plus 7.2 on the rebounds against Philadelphia. I think that's quite big. And the other stat that I found big just looking now, second chance points, 17.2 by New York, only 9 for Philadelphia. So it tells you a lot with the rebounds that when they're in there, New York, they're going to get it. So especially with Embiid controlling most of the ball, no one else is going to rebound. So there's a little, let's call it useless stat from me. But your thoughts on this game, Nick?
So I think, so for me, from a personal point of view, it's a 4 a.m. game. And even though I go for the Knicks, I can't see myself getting up at 4 a.m. So I think that's more of a rollover at 5 o'clock, slightly hungover, check the scores, see if it's close. If it's close, maybe roll downstairs and watch the game, watch the second half. But I think from a gambling point of view, I'd be having a bit of money on Embiid for points, rebounds, and assists, because I think up against the Knicks big man, so Robinson, Randall, Hartenstein, Sims, is probably going to outclass them on his offensive end, in my opinion. So I would be looking around building things around him from a either scoring over. I think you were going to say around the overs for him for scoring, which we predict will be around 31 or 32. I've mentioned this at the top, but I think these type of games, the big players are going to play big minutes, even if it's a bit of a blowout. You're going to see guys like Embiid playing 35, 40 minutes. And when he has that much time on the court, he rarely hits under 30 points a game. So I'll be heading down that path. From a glass half full point of view, I still think the Knicks will win. I think the Knicks, like a player on the team, they're on a good run. Playing better away actually than at home, but they're on a good run. They've seemed to gel. Like that Brunson addition is going so well. Randall's been playing incredibly well. So I've got him down for 55 points, 20 rebounds, and 15 assists in the first half. So I'd be taking that and investing strongly there. But I think I still think the Knicks win. But Embiid has a huge, enormous game. So I'll be looking at the stats for him. That would be my takeaway there.
Yeah, just looking at the stats here that I use, Embiid leads the points for Philly. He leads the rebounds. He leads the assist, and he leads the blocks. Now that's a lot. He's a freak, but that's a lot to put on someone. I don't mind the Knicks with those stats. Obviously, I'm going to take Embiid heavy in the points because obviously they'll just use him. They'll go to him.
Yeah.
If the Knicks are smart, they just double team him and try and push it out to a Harden who'll try and have 34 shots. And he might go 34 times, but he might be 3 from 34 as well.
And they've got some good other players as well, but we'll just see how that plays out. If I would be punching the ball in Embiid, using like Harris is still a good player, even though he gets paid a ridiculously high rate for his output, but he's still a really good player. Harden's starting to round back into form again. They've got some good backcourt depth as well. So, but I think their strengths to winning is just getting it inside. But they don't have a lot of depth behind Embiid as far as front court players. So, yeah, I reckon the Knicks. Optimistic, glass half full. Go the Knicks.
So you're going Knicks win?
Yep, Knicks win.
Confirm.
Might give you a margin, but I'll just take the win. And I dare say Philadelphia will be the favorite on the day as well. I reckon Philly would probably be around the $1.50, $1.60 mark, either
Yeah,
way. So
yeah. We're working off this with no odds. Normally, sports or the blue mob have odds out by this time of year for those, but they don't. So we're working off blindly here, guys. We predict Philly to be favourite. I'm going to just take a same game multi in this. I'm going to take Embiid. It's going to be around the 30-point mark. So I'm going to take him overs, and I'm going to take the Knicks at the line. I predict it's going to be a head start. I don't care what the head start is, but I think the head start is a good bet. I can't predict what it's going to be, probably around $3.80. So I think that might be a good 4 a.m. Wake up at 6, check your account, refresh, bang, we're off to a flyer. Lakers at Dallas. Injuries. Now, Doncic played today, correct? He was ejected.
he did, but he got ejected. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So I had him down as a quad strain, so he's clearly over that.
Yep.
The big one is Anthony Davis, right foot, or is it left foot, or is it left shin, right shin? We don't know, but he's out. Surprise, surprise. That's a
Just it's
huge out.
like we joke about it, but it's bloody sad because he was playing so well. But that's the joys of going for Anthony Davis, that he'll let you down,
Yeah, and
sadly.
I said that in the first podcast that the three of them need to play together to see where they're at,
Mm.
and obviously started a bit different with LeBron out. Then that last 6 games, they've been near where they should be and should be right up there. Obviously, the slow start, but now Davis out. They won against Washington yesterday, which was nice.
Yep.
But yeah, so last time these met, they haven't met this year, but in 2022, started last season, they met. The Mavs won by 18. No LeBron, no Davis. So LeBron goes in now. Obviously, Lakers are a lot different side. Few additions and outs for the Mavs as well. Your thoughts on this game, Nick?
So by this point, the kids will be wanting the TV, and they'll be finding out the Tim Hardaway Jr. way that it's not getting the remote today. It's what have we got? So the minutes, I would say the minutes side of things, LeBron's going to play big minutes.
Yep.
Again, Christmas Day, TV coverage, the ticket prices I mentioned before, they'd probably be very similar, if not more, in Los Angeles for that type of marquee game. I still go the Mavs in this to win in this one, but other players to watch. Westbrook for a double-double. I put that on yesterday. He was at 250 for a double-double. And sure enough, he got 9 rebounds, 9 points, and 8 assists, but he only played 20-odd minutes. So if he was to play more than 25, which he's obviously more than capable of doing so, that's pretty good value, because I think that, again, he'll play big minutes on that type of stage. So I'll be looking for something like that. The other one, Christian Wood, he started in the game today. For the Mavs, he's been coming off the bench. He can score the pill. So again, with no Davis, and I reckon the front court of the Lakers is pretty weak, I'd be optimistic that he would score over 20 points, and that would probably be around the $1.80 mark, if not a little bit more, depending on how they go the next couple of games. And yeah, as I said, he started today, and he had 34 minutes. So there we go. I think if they start going down that path, the Mavs, I reckon he's a good little one to watch with some increased minutes and output, would be the way I'd be looking at it. So yeah, Mavs win. Keep an eye on Christian Wood and Westbrook for a double-double.
Yeah, looking at the stats that I use, rebounds, Lakers that are +6. So that's big number for me. If Davis was playing, I think the Lakers are one of the best bets of the year, but he's not, we don't think. And even free throws, Lakers go at 79.7%, and Dallas go at 73. So that's a big number, big difference that I like to use. And geez, I wish Davis was playing, because they'd be a good bet. I'm going to keep harping on it. But looking points in the paint, they're big numbers for Lakers against Dallas as well. But it's obviously going to be a lot different now with Davis out. Thomas Bryant will be our center. He goes okay, but yeah, I like your theory on Christian Wood. I think that is a good little angle to play, because he'll defend well, Bryant, but he won't be anywhere near AD.
Yep. And Wood doesn't lack confidence at all for a guy that's, as I said, he was coming off the bench up until recently. He's he started for Detroit over the last couple of years. He's a really good player. Oh, sorry, Houston as well. Yeah, so he's a really good scorer. So I'd be throwing a few shekels around Christian Wood for the goods.
So you're with who do you think wins?
I think the Mavs will win still.
Yeah, it's
Got too
a
much talent compared to the Lakers, to be honest.
yeah. It's looking at the stats. It's a bit like the last game. Embiid with Doncic here. He's points, rebounds, assists, leading the team. So again, on him, I think LeBron goes to him, and LeBron puts on that mentality. It's on me. It's all going through him that day. So it'd be good to watch two big game players going at it. I reckon head to head, there'll be two Bulls. Um,
Mm.
I think the Mavs win, but I like the angled Lakers to lead at halftime, Mavs to win full time. I think it's a good little angle because Lakers do start quite well. It's just they're very, very late. They can't close games. And we can't
Yep.
talk about that Boston game because I'm still sick about that result and my pocket as well. So, yeah, Mavs to win, both agree there. So you can probably line them up in a multi if you're playing them.
Yep.
Uh, Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics. Injuries, none to report at the moment. Last time they met, it was back, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick, Eastern Finals. Am I right? These two?
Yeah, that's what you've got jotted down. I'm honestly, I can't recall them playing this season. So you reckon you're right. So, and which obviously the Bucks were without Middleton in that series. Celtics went on to get to the finals, the NBA finals. So if this is the first rematch, it'll be a little bit spicy. So exciting.
Well, Boston won 4-3, so I reckon Bucks will have something to prove here. As you said, Middleton will be back. Jingles,
Yep.
potentially, if he might play
Yep.
2 minutes. Your thoughts?
We played today. He had his first game back today, being Tuesday Australian time. Don't think he didn't score from memory, but again, just get out there, get minutes, get some reps in. Apparently, we all love Joe Ingles, so it's a bit hard to hear. And you never hear bad news about him, but he's fitting in really well. He's a really good glue guy, culture guy. So hopefully he can contribute. He'll probably struggle a little bit against Brown and Tatum and Smart, but again, he was able to shoot pretty well over the last few years prior to him getting injured. So I'm excited to see him play on Australia Day, on Boxing Day. We might play Australia Day. I'm not sure. We'll see. Going
Um,
early.
it, this is a tough game.
Hmm.
I reckon I'll change my mind 30 times here, but is it,
Yep.
especially in the stats point of view, looking here, you got um, Bucks plus 5.5 on the rebound, so that's quite big. Obviously, Lopez plays a big role for them. Um, even free throws, 83% Boston, 74 for Bucks. That is huge number. Like that is scary, scary stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if Boston play that hacker shack at Giannis. It's
Yep.
surely got to come in shortly. Like teams are going to have to start doing it to just see where they're at. But I just think both sides under 7 points victory is a good bet to play here. I just can't split them. I think the Bucks will win. I do, but I think it's close. If it's either way, it is very down to the last 10 seconds. Your thoughts?
Yep. I agree. This is going to be, for me, it's the game of the year. Obviously game of Boxing Day for us. I can't see. I'm actually not going to bet on this game just out of principle of wanting to enjoy and sit there and not worry about Giannis only having 33 points and 8 rebounds when I need to have 50 points, rebounds, and assists. I really just want to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a ripper game. Boston have improved as well. They got Time Lord's back as well. He came back a couple of games ago. That gives them a lot more depth in the middle, rather than playing Blake Griffin more minutes than probably what he should be. So I'm very excited about seeing this game and looking forward to watching Drew Holiday go up against Marcus Smart. And there's matchups that are just amazing, like Tatum and Giannis and Brown, Middleton, Lopez. Like I'm excited from a purist point of view. Bring it on. Just sit back and watch it. Don't worry about the numbers and stuff, and just enjoy it. So yeah, can't wait. Should be on my second by then too.
Nick's sitting on the fence. I'll be betting under 7 points. I think you'll get around either $2, $3. Looking at other markets throughout last week, I think it's going to be a good angle to play, and we'll be moving on to this
Grizzlies, Golden State.
That's right. I'm just writing down numbers. Bear with me. So injuries. Wiggins groin. Do you think he plays?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he's at, to be honest. I haven't seen if he's played the last couple of games. They haven't played for a couple of days by the looks of it.
Yeah. Iguodala hip. So I don't see him playing. And Curry, he won't play. So
just looking. So Wiggins didn't play yesterday in Toronto, and he's Canadian, so that's probably a good sign that he's still a bit cooked.
Yeah.
So Wiggins, Iguodala, and Curry are out still. James Wiseman actually played yesterday, so that's interesting. He hasn't played much at all.
Looking at the stats here again, +6 Memphis are obviously because Steve Adams, he's an absolute monster under the boards, and Golden State don't have a monster at the moment down there. It's all pretty even to try and find an edge. But I think the rebounds is going to be the big one because they're going to get a lot of second chance points if they can get the O boards. Your thoughts this game, Nick?
So 12 p.m. tip-off. So heading into Richmond around this time, just for those playing at home, that's a very important stat. Many at the precinct. So cricket will be on. Hopefully the basketball will be on a couple of screens there. What I'll be looking for, Steven Adams for rebounds, Jaren Jackson Jr. for more than 2 blocks. He's coming back. He's getting fitter. Again, back to the minutes theory. They play big minutes on days like this. No Curry, no chance for the Warriors to be blunt. Even if Wiggins plays, I can't see them throwing up much of a fight just off recent form. Grizzlies are going really well. I just had it up there. I think they're second or first. They are first in the West with a 19-10 record. I think Jar will obviously have a really good game because of the spotlight, and he doesn't shy away from that. But I'll be looking for stuff around the fringes. So like Steven Adams for rebounds, him and Looney battle pretty well. But Jaren Jackson Jr. for blocks, anything over 2 blocks. I think if you get that over $2 would be well worth popping into a multi would be the way I'd be going. And I think the Grizzlies will absolutely smash them. Is my prediction. I think it's going to be one of the bigger blowouts of the day.
Yep, I'm with you on that. I'm looking at Grizzlies 13 points and over. It's probably going to be about $1.50, but I think that's a good multi-adder for the team playing at home. There's not much more to talk about that because we both agree, so we can't discuss that any further. Phoenix, Denver Nuggets. Interesting that Jay Crowder is out. He's soaked up. He hasn't played. Thrown the toys out of the cot.
Still, I would have thought he would have come back by now, to be honest. I thought he would have been a little bit more mature than mature. I know why he's not doing it. It's because he wants to, he doesn't see himself as a bench player anymore, and he's got a new contract coming up and all that type of fun stuff. But it can be risky if you become a bit of a prima donna and you're not in the top 2 players in your team. And your value does or could diminish. So even with how much value you think you bring, but that's disappointing. I would have thought we're 5 days into the trade deadline. I would have thought he might have had a sniff of getting moved around to someone like Miami or something like that by now, or Atlanta, but it hasn't happened. He's still sitting on the sidelines, working with his trainer, I assume. So disappointing.
These teams haven't met this year, and last year the Suns beat the Nuggets 2-1 throughout the year, so it's hard to get a read. But your thoughts on this game?
So 2:30 tip-off, so we'll be on the second pub by now.
What pub?
Yeah, probably going to the Dirty Swan. I reckon we want to head away from Punt Road and some of the other establishments there that will have other people from the cricket around that time. So I reckon we'll be Swan.
No Royal?
Point. No, I won't be wearing a crown this year, I don't think. No. But I've got this game down as the second best game of the day. Jokic 220 for over 50 points and rebounds, rebounds, and assists. I reckon that's what I'd be going for. He had a monster game yesterday. It was, I can't remember his stats. I think it was like 87 points, rebounds, and assists. It was ridiculous. He had 20 points, 20 rebounds at halftime. Absolutely destroyed Charlotte. I think they played. Second best game of the day. I don't really love the bigs for the Suns either. I'm been bashing bigs today, but Landale, love Landale because he's an Aussie, but Ayton, Landale, Biyombo, Saric, I think they're going to struggle against Jokic and the fast-running wings that they have there at Denver. So I think it'll be a decent scoring game because Booker's playing. So Booker against Jamal Murray. You know Jamal Murray, Sam? Yep.
Yep, I got him this time.
So I think it'll be pretty high scoring. If it's at Denver, which is the way you've got it written, generally they have pretty high scoring games there. So it must be a windy both ways in the stadium. So yeah, high scoring, Jokic to dominate Ayton. And if I had to put my agates on the line, I'd go for the Nuggets. What say you?
What's that?
What say you?
I can't get a read on this game. I'm just more confused than ever. The stats don't give me an edge whatsoever. Phoenix, we know what they do during the year. They just beat up sides. They will be the number one seed. But yeah, Nuggets losing to the Lakers the other day is a bit concerning for me.
Yep.
But I hope the Nuggets push them here because I think you could go either team to win by 7 or less, or you could even go Phoenix Suns plus 13. That's how I'm just scared of Phoenix, what they can do. They're a good side during the regular season. That's about it. But yeah, as you say, agates on the line. I'm going to go either team under 7 points to win. Multi, what are you going to do with the multi here, Nick? For everyone at home?
I've peppered this throughout the
without odds.
Conversation. Without odds. So I'm assuming most of these will be around the $2 mark. So again, Jokic points, rebounds, and assists. Anything over 50, you generally get decent value, and he just accumulates stats. Obviously, most of the play goes through him, and he's close to the ring because he's 7 foot. So he's getting a lot of the rebounds and he's touch around the ring. So scoring's not an issue for him. Westbrook double, something to keep an eye on. As I said yesterday, was 250. So if he's around that mark, again, he'll play more than 25 minutes. So I'll be moderately confident there. Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies to get a couple of blocks. If that's around $2, I'll be taking that. So I'll be going those three. And then my best bet, if you wanted to add a little bit more value, would be the Grizzlies as well. So if they're paying over $1.30 or $1.40, I'd be throwing a few shekels at them because I think they're the lock for the day. What about you, mate? What do you got?
I'm going to take Embiid over 30, and I'm going to probably put that in a same game multi. Embiid over 30 odd, whatever it is, it's over. And Knicks line, obviously it'll be at the plus. Then we're going to go Boston and Milwaukee, either side to win by under 7. So you're looking at around $6 there. And then we're going to chuck Memphis in at 13 plus to win by. So you're looking maybe $7.50. No, maybe around $8. So that's just off the top of my head. So that's Embiid and Knicks to win at the line. Bucks and Boston, both sides either to win by 7 or under, and Memphis 13 plus.
So I see you taking the Lakers out of your notes. Just still want to rub salt in the wounds.
Yep, it's. I think they can win. Their best is good enough, but yeah, not with Davis out. If Davis was playing, it would be a big bet.
And what's your best bet? I might have missed that. Sorry, your best bet was the Lakers. So
what's your best bet? The Lakers. I am gonna go. Obviously, I could go Memphis 13 plus, but it's $1.50. I'm gonna go Embiid over 30.
Yep. That too.
Yep, I'm gonna take that. Your best bet?
Honestly, I'm going to go Westbrook to get a double. If because I reckon you'll be, like as I said, $2.50 yesterday. Or Christian Wood to score over 20 points. If that's around $2, I'll be going that as well. Just good. They're good value. I think as I mentioned 100 times already, but the good players are going to play big minutes. They're going to want to play well because obviously it's a nationally televised, the full packed arenas. Australians starting to get excited about having a beer at lunchtime and all that type of stuff. So they're going to play hard for us, I reckon.
Yeah, nice. So you can multi those two as well, any way you want. Yep. Thank you for joining us, Nick. Quick, sharp, easy show. We'll probably be back in a month's time to review and preview the future. Yep. Any last thoughts?
No, just everyone, Merry Christmas. Share the podcast. Let's get over. What do we have to beat? The other Boxing Day preview one had 3 views, I reckon, that I saw today. So if Mum, Dad, and Auntie Jan, if you guys can watch it all, appreciate it.
No, we did well. We were over 100 on YouTube. So that is, yeah. So that's a win.
Almost world class, mate. We're getting there.
That's it. It's as long as we have 1 viewer, I'm happy. And that doesn't count for me or you.
Can't say because it's our looks, mate. So, yeah.
Oh, so no calendar for us next year?
If we get over 1,000 views per month next year, I'll do a calendar with you.
Hey, don't tempt me. You know what could be in the pipe works for next year. So
has to be tasteful though. And
be very careful. Be very careful. 2023 is going to be big for the Whispers podcast.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. 1,000 views an episode, and I'll do a centerfold for you.
Even do a centerfold if we get 1,000 for this one in 4 days.
If you get 1,000 before, you jump on Instagram and do all your normal notifications and your WhatsApp sharings and stuff like that. If you can get over 1,000 before Boxing Day, I'll do a tasteful photo shoot for you.
Yep. Oh God. I was going to say done, but I don't know if that's the right word.
Almost like a punishment for being successful, though, for you.
Yeah. I can share it within the community, which is a good segue. If you want to join the community that I have going, guys, we've had a few people join this week. Nick throws up his thoughts every couple of days. And everyone else started joining in today. It was quite rare that others started putting up their bets for the NBA. So it was good. I think someone took Dennis Schroeder over 15 points, was it, today?
Yeah, so the person that hates basketball the most out of anyone I've ever met puts up a 5-unit special for Dennis Schroeder, and he had 30 points. So over 14.5 points, it was 5 units at $1.87, and he had 30 points at 3/4 time. So, good going, Joel. Yeah. Very proud.
Yeah, for a bloke that loves his NBA. If you want to join the community, DM one of us, and we'll put you straight through. If you don't want to DM, you can email me at Sam Kennedy, KENNEDY 14 at gmail.com. That's Sam Kennedy 14 at gmail.com. I've got no last thoughts. You got no last thoughts?
No, mate. Let's wrap it up and hopefully all these. I would dare say I'll call it now 3 of the 4 multis that I put on. If you can pick the 3 legs that I'm going to miss one. So if you can, just work out which one I'm going to miss and flick me a text to let me know. That'd be super.
Is that when you're on the day? When you're at the Royal?
No. Staying away from we're going to the Dirty Swan. We're going the other way. heading southbound on Swan Street.
I was going to say I wouldn't mind a photo from the Royal, but you'll probably be in trouble.
You'll probably lose my arm if I get my camera out. So, yeah.
I'm glad you said camera.
Yeah.
But thank you for joining us, mate. We'll be back in a month, and we'll leave you with our favourite man to finish off our show.
Inspirational words.
I'm not a good person, but it just goes to show that good things do happen to bad people. So anyone out there who's up against the wall, fucking stick to it. Every cent you got, your rent, your electricity bill, if you're going to buy your missus a ring, don't fucking do it. Keep punting. Keep fucking punting.